or welcome back to Andromeda's Guys Tarot. I have another pick a card reading for you today. This is an energy check-in to tap into the energy surrounding your connection to see what's really going on. We'll also be receiving messages from your person to see what they're currently thinking and feeling. I have 3 cards here for you to choose from. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Go ahead and focus on these cards for a few moments and choose the one that you were most drawn to. When you're ready, you'll be able to find the timestamp for your reading down below in the description. I'll go ahead and give you a moment. If you need a little bit more time, go ahead and pause the video. We're going to get started. Alright, group number 1, this is going to be your reading. And we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Now, normally, the Knight of Swords is an excellent communicator. So with this card coming out in the reverse, I'm seeing someone who might be a bit quiet right now. So you and your person might not be communicating, or this could be your person maybe keeping a secret, having a hard time expressing themselves, telling you what's on their mind. Sometimes this card can also represent someone who is of influence that might be influencing a person in a negative way. Okay, this is someone that you usually go to for advice about things. So with it being in the reverse, it can represent someone who's giving very poor advice and maybe leading your person in the wrong direction. Okay, so take that how that resonates. But for a lot of you, I'm just seeing someone who's being very quiet. Please clarify this reading for group number 1. What is a person currently thinking and feeling? What's going on in this situation? What does group number 1 need to know? We have the 9 of Swords, the Fool, 8 of Swords in the reverse. We have the Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, 8 of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Wands in the reverse, 4 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, so we have this energy being confirmed several times of a lack of communication. Okay, this is new information, new communication. With it being in the reverse, I'm seeing this person having a really hard time expressing themselves. Or this can represent the fact that there's some kind of secret or there's information that they're not ready to share with you just yet, that there's a little bit of a delay here. But I'm definitely seeing someone who's being very, very quiet. And it could be because we're waiting. All right, we have the 4 of Swords here. The 4 of Swords is an energy of needing a break. Okay, we're taking some time to heal. So this person might feel that maybe you need some space right now and they're trying to give it to you, or your person could need some space right now. Take that how that resonates. But I'm seeing this person having a really hard time sleeping. Okay, they're very much in their head about the situation. It's keeping them up at night. They're thinking about you when they're trying to go to bed. They're sitting here thinking about the situation, very, very worried. We have the Fool, which represents embarking on a new journey. This is us taking a leap of faith here. It can represent the fact that there is some kind of risk-taking when it comes to this connection. There's something about this connection that feels a little bit risky, but this is an energy of throwing our cares to the wind, and we're like trusting in the universe that everything's going to turn out for the best. So I'm seeing this person feeling like, yes, there is something about this connection that feels a little bit risky, but this is like a willingness to take a leap of faith with you despite the risk. Okay, we have the Page of Wands, which is a very friendly message coming through. This is your person wanting to share some kind of good news. Again, we have it in the challenge position, so having a really hard time communicating. For some of you, maybe someone blocked the other person. That could be why there is such difficulty in communicating, or just fear of expression, afraid of being rejected, definitely feeling held back by something. But the good news is we have the 8 of Swords in the reverse. So the situation here if there's something going on that makes this person feel like they're being held back from you, with this card being in the reverse, it can represent this person freeing themselves from those constraints, okay? So if there is a circumstance, a situation that's going on that is preventing this person from reaching out to you, this can represent them freeing themselves from that situation so they can. We have the Three of Cups, which can represent celebration and reunion. So your person could want to reach out to you and, ask you out for a drink, wanting to spend some good quality time with you. This card also represents friendship. So I'm seeing someone who values you more than just a partner, but as a friend. Occasionally, this card can represent a third-party interference. So for some of you, that could be why we need a break. Maybe there was something that happened involving a third party. It doesn't have to be of an intimate nature. There could have been someone who was instigating fights between the two of you. For some of you, it was a friend, but someone kind of getting in the mix of things and making things difficult. But take that how that resonates for your situation. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is an energy of, wifey husband material. So we have this in the near future position. I'm seeing this person viewing you as a long-term commitment, someone who they would like to set down roots with. Okay. They view you as their person. But there are things getting in the way here, okay? Lots of lack of communication. And with this card being in the reverse position, it can represent this person having a hard time motivating themselves to move forward. All right, this is a passionate new beginning. This is energy, okay? This is, us wanting to pursue our goals and our dreams and our ambitions and stuff like that. It can also represent the fact that there is a fire lit between the two of you. There's lots of chemistry. With it being in the reverse position, your person may wonder if you still have that spark for them. Okay, they may wonder if maybe you lost interest. All right, I feel like this person might be confused about where you're at in this situation, how you're feeling, whether or not you still desire them in that way. I'm going to further clarify this reading with my own love oracle, my Andromeda Sky Silent Heart Love Oracle. If you would like one of these for yourself, you can find it in my Etsy store, and I'll have that link down below in the description. I want a new beginning with you. So yeah, this person wanting to take a leap of faith, wanting to take a risk. Silent treatment. Yeah, we definitely see that here. There is so much energy that is showing silent treatment. The fact that there is a lack of communication. Someone is not wanting to communicate with the other person or is having a really hard time communicating. Please clarify this reading for group number 1. Right. Divine counterpart. So this person views you as either a soulmate or a twin flame. I feel lost without you. Yeah. You have this energy here with this person. They're just racking their brain about the situation. They're very worried about the future. I'm going to further clarify this reading with my original love oracle, and you can also find this in my Etsy store. I pulled away because I am overwhelmed with all the things going on in my life. All right, so your person might be the kind of person that clams up when they feel very stressed. And I definitely see that there are external factors going on that is really influencing your person's behavior, like things outside of your connection. I feel like I'm not good enough for you. Okay, so some self-esteem issues. Feeling like you're out of their league. I'm so sorry. Your person feeling remorseful. There is so much I want to tell you. Okay, so all of this energy here of struggling to communicate, this person wants to talk to you, but they're having a hard time. For some of you, I'm seeing that this person, they may want to talk about these other things that have been going on, that they've been struggling with. I feel like they want to share with you and explain themselves a little bit of how it's been impacting them and how it might have unfortunately impacted your connection. It's like there's an energy of this person wanting to explain themselves. Now, depending on what happened here, it might sound like a little bit of an excuse, like they're trying to come up with an excuse for some kind of behavior. But I feel like this person, they want to get something off of their chest, and it's like they want to give you a reason. It's like, hey, look, like this didn't just happen for no reason. Like there was a reason behind it, and wanting to explain themselves is what I'm seeing. I feel like this person, they might want to like strategize and like really think about how to express themselves to you. But definitely a very strong energy here of this person having something on their mind. They're really wanting to share some new information with you. It could have been a secret, something that they kept from you. And now they're getting ready to be honest about something that maybe they weren't honest about before. Okay. All right, group number 1, these are all of the energies that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. Consider leaving me a comment down below. I do appreciate that. And I will see you next time. All right, group number 2, this is going to be your reading. And we have the 8 of Cups in the reverse. Now, this is someone who is turning around and they're coming on back. Okay, so very strong energy of someone who left the situation but is now having second thoughts and wanting to return. Okay. Please clarify this reading for group number 2. What is a person currently thinking and feeling? What's going on in their situation? What does group number 2 need to know? Okay, so we have Strength, that's Leo's energy, 2 of Wands, the Fool, 7 of Wands, 4 of Cups, the Queen of Cups, 8 of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Wands in the reverse, the 5 of Swords in the reverse, and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So Strength, this is courage. Okay, this is also an energy that can represent someone having some kind of power over another person, a power of influence. Okay, and you can see that energy being represented by this maiden taming this lion. All right, so this person may feel like you have some kind of power over them, that, you tame their inner beast. There's something special about you that, just kind of turns them into a puppy. All right, where, maybe they feel more confident and secure in themselves around other people, but with you, they just turn into a puddle of mush and they get butterflies and all that kind of stuff. All right, they just feel like you have an enormous amount of power over them. We have the 2 of Wands, and this is a contemplative energy. So it's letting me know that your person is spending a lot of time thinking about you. All right, they're also making plans for the future. This is them thinking about the next step that they need to take in your direction. All right, for some of you, you could live at a distance from this person. If you look here, we have this person holding a globe, so that can represent distance. We also have the 8 of Wands, which can represent distance and travel. Okay, but this is also an energy of someone who's getting ready to kind of break free from their comfort zone. Maybe they've been nervous to reach out to you. There's something that, maybe afraid of rejection or something like that. They were, uncomfortable before, but this is this person getting ready to step out of their comfort zone. We have the 7 of Wands, which is an energy of someone who is kind of pushing other people or someone away from them. They have their guard up. They're in a very defensive state. With this card being in the challenge position, it's almost as if we have it in the reverse. So it can represent someone who was being very defensive, who was pushing someone away, now kind of lowering their guard a bit. Okay, so I'm seeing this person getting ready to be a little bit more vulnerable with you, where maybe in the past they were too afraid to be. I'm seeing that this person feels like you hold their heart with the Queen of Cups. This is this person feeling like they're in love with you. They're like, they view you as this very gentle and intuitive person. They may feel like you can like see into them to a point that might even make them feel a little bit uncomfortable at times. Like some of you might be actually very spiritually gifted with this card coming out, where you're just a very intuitive person. But this person feels like you can read them very well, and it makes them feel like they have a very special connection with them. The Fool represents taking a leap of faith. We're taking a risk here. All right, so something risky about this situation. This person might be afraid to get hurt. You might be afraid to be hurt. Both of you might be afraid to be hurt. But this is like, you know, we're taking this risk. We're going to take a leap of faith with one another. Okay, so this is this person being like, you know what? Maybe I was afraid in the past and I had my walls up and trying to protect myself. Or maybe both of you were in that state. Okay, take that how that resonates. But this is someone who's like, you know what? I'm ready to put my walls down and I want to take this leap of faith. I feel like there may have been a period of silent treatment with this card coming out. This can represent feeling like we missed out on an opportunity because we were focused on the wrong things. With it being in the reverse, it's like this opportunity is being represented. And we have this right here in, our near future position. So I'm seeing someone who has turned back around, coming back towards you, and they're hoping for a second chance is what I'm seeing. All right. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. So this can represent a little bit of a lack of motivation. This person having a hard time taking that first step, or, you know, maybe not knowing about timing or when they should. It can represent a little bit of a delay. Okay, so you might not notice a change here like tomorrow or the next day, but it's coming. This card can represent the passion that we share and a connection, the desire that we have for one another. With it being in the reverse position, your person may wonder if you feel the same about them. Okay, so I'm seeing the spark within your person. There's a lot of chemistry here, but they might doubt or wonder if you still have that spark for them. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse position. This is like waving your white flag. All right. This is someone who doesn't want to fight with you anymore. Maybe there were some like harsh words exchanged between you and this person. This is kind of like a win at all cost energy, not really thinking about the consequences of our actions. Think like heat of the moment. We exchange words and maybe say things that we don't mean. All right. With the card being in the reverse, this is your person maybe regretting something that they said or did to you out of spite. Feeling that maybe they acted hastily, especially with this Knight of Swords energy, because this is a very fast energy that can be rather impulsive. All right. So with it being in the reverse position, along with the Five of Swords, I'm seeing someone who really feels that maybe they acted out of pocket, didn't really think about the consequences. They said and did things that they didn't really mean. All right. That's what I'm seeing here. Now, the Knight of Swords in the reverse can also represent someone who retreated from a situation. All right, so I'm seeing someone who kind of ran away from the situation, and now they're second guessing that decision. I'm going to further clarify this reading with my own love oracle, my Andromeda Sky Saying That Heart Love Oracle. If you would like one of these for yourself, you can find it in my Etsy store, and I'll have that link down below in the description. We have obstacles. So this person feeling like there is something getting in the way of this connection. It could be people, it could be places. For some of you, it could be like distance. But this person feels like there are things getting in the way. I want a new beginning with you, so a fresh start. This person wants to try again. And then we have silent treatment. There's been a lot of silent treatment energy today. And we have, I'm battling inner demons. Okay, so I feel like your person might be struggling with their mental health. It's like there's something that they're dealing with in private that they might not have shared with you. I'm going to further clarify this reading with my original love oracle, and you can also find this in my Etsy store. We have, oh, and it landed in the reverse. You notice that? We have, this is the end. So your person may feel like maybe you have had enough. They may feel like maybe they push things too far to the point where, you know, you can't like keep forgiving them for something. But if you noticed, like it landed in the reverse along with this card coming out in the reverse, opening our reading. So it's like this person may have tried to end things with you, or like they thought like things were over, and now it's like, okay, wait, never mind. I acted too hastily. I wasn't really thinking about it. I dive in and out of relationships. Okay, so there's been a little bit of a push and pull here with this person, I feel. All right, maybe you and this person, it's been on again, off again. You know, a little bit of a cat and mouse game going on. For some of you, this person might be an avoidant attachment type person. I feel terrible for hurting you. So lots of regret. I really feel like this person said something to you that they really regret. Like they said something to you out of spite, and now it's really bothering them that they said that. You are always on my mind. So we have this energy here with the Two of Wands, contemplation, thinking about you a lot. Yeah, I feel like this person might be replaying some kind of argument that the two of you had. Or maybe, you know, maybe there are multiple arguments. And this person feels like they didn't treat you right. Like maybe they were overly aggressive with you. Or they just said like really terrible things in the heat of the moment. And they're like, wow, why did I say that? So some of you might have gone no contact with this person for a period of time. But I'm seeing this person like really, they're reminiscing, they're thinking a lot about the things that happened up until an ending. And I feel like this person is wanting to overcome the obstacles that have come up between the two of you. Because I feel like the connection is really special. You know, the way that you can see into their soul really is how they feel. Like they feel like you see past the mask that they might wear. So I'm seeing this person, you know, wanting to be vulnerable with you. It's like them like risking being rejected is kind of what I'm seeing here. So they might try to come back to see if they can reconnect with you again, because it feels like maybe the two of you have been going back and forth here. So I'm seeing someone who's wanting to come back and try again. All right. But I feel like it, depending on what happened here and how comfortable, because with the Knight of Swords in the reverse position, this can kind of be an energy where maybe you turn into the runner, all right, where you're now running away from the situation. So this person might have to like really work to get you to come back in, because you might be the one that's in the defensive state now. All right, group number 2, these are all of the energies that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. Consider leaving me a comment down below. I do appreciate that, and I will see you next time. All right, group number 3, this is going to be your reading. And we have the Chariot. Now, this is an energy of forward motion. It represents determination and overcoming obstacles. So if it feels like there have been a lot of roadblocks that have gotten in the way of this connection, this can represent your person finding ways around those obstacles and wanting to move things forward. So very good energy to come out if you've been feeling like things have been really stagnant with your person. Please clarify this reading for group number 3. What is their person currently thinking and feeling? Oh, wow. And we have the Chariot again. What's going on in their situation? What does group number 3 need to know? Okay, we have the Lovers, Death in the reverse, the Page of Wands, 3 of Wands, Knight of Cups in the reverse, the Ace of Wands in the reverse, 7 of Wands in the reverse. We have the Queen of Swords, the Star, and the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So Lovers, this is a head over heart decision that someone might need to make a choice here. I'm seeing, especially with death, that there might be some kind of ending that has to take place before pursuing this connection. Not for everyone, but some of you might be in a situation where someone is already in a relationship that they're not happy with and they're in the process of leaving that other person. Not for everyone, but that energy is here. The Lovers is a divine counterpart. Okay, this is a twin flame or a soulmate connection coming into union, right? So this person feels like this is a spiritual connection, something that's very special. This ending here, it doesn't have to be with another person, but there could be something that has to be released in order to pursue this connection. For some of you, there might have been an ending between you and this person, and this can represent a resurrection of sorts, with this card being in the reverse position, like this person wanting to undo an ending that took place between the two of you. We have the 3 of Wands, which is an energy of waiting. Okay, your person may be waiting for you. They may be waiting for, a shift in energy, for you maybe to heal if something happened. But this is like a willingness to wait. I'm seeing this person waiting for an opportunity to communicate with you with the Page of Wands. This is your person wanting to share some kind of good news with you. This is friendly banter. It could be like telling jokes, being playful, even flirtatious. All right, but this is your person wanting to reach out to you in a very friendly manner. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse position. This can represent someone who walked away from a situation because they felt like they had to, but not necessarily because they wanted to. This is someone who's still very much in love, but felt like they had to leave a situation. For some of you, this could be your energy. Maybe you felt like you had to let this person go and walk away from it. So I feel like your person might be waiting for there to be some kind of shift in energy here. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, and this is an energy of passion. It can represent someone taking action. With it being in the reverse, this is like we're waiting to take necessary action. This can represent some kind of delay. It can also represent a lack of motivation. Your person could be concerned of whether or not you still have a passionate spark for them, if there's still chemistry there, if you still feel the same way for them in that way. We have the 7 of Wands and the Queen of Swords. The 7 of Wands is a very defensive energy. This can represent someone who has built up walls to protect themselves. If you look at this imagery here, we have this person and they're batting these other wands away. Okay, so this can represent someone who's pushing people or a specific person away from them because they're trying to protect themselves. With the card being in the reverse position, this can represent someone who was in a very defensive state, kind of lowering their walls, all right, becoming more vulnerable. I feel like your person views you as very intimidating right now with the Queen of Swords. So I'm seeing someone who's kind of, I mean, imagine, you know, like how dogs do when they're trying to display that they're friendly and they're not a threat, where they'll like crawl over to another dog and then they'll flip over and expose their belly. I'm seeing like that kind of energy, like someone is your person wanting to show you that they're not a threat, even though they might be a little bit afraid of you at this time with the Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords is very intimidating energy. This is someone who won't hesitate to cut people off if they feel like they're being mistreated or lied to, etc. Okay, so I'm seeing your person being very afraid that you're getting ready to cut them off completely and that you're completely done with them. They don't want that to happen. We have the Star, which is beautiful energy to come out in the hopes and fears, because this card is hope. This is hope being restored. This is healing coming to your situation. And this is wish fulfillment. So someone who's like wishing on a star, they're hoping for a certain outcome. And this can represent those wishes coming true. Okay. This is Aquarius's energy here. We also have Scorpio and Gemini. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse position, this can represent someone who's acknowledging that maybe they weren't necessarily fair to you. There could have been someone else. It doesn't have to be of an intimate nature, but there could have been someone who was kind of siphoning energy from your connection. And you can see that here. We have 3 people and we have more coins on this side than on this side. So there's a little bit of an imbalance. So it's like there was someone else that was getting attention, time and attention, and it was taking away from the connection. It could be a job, like maybe someone being overly invested in work and not spending enough time with their person and neglecting them. Or it could be, you know, think like a mother-in-law type situation where they're taking all the control and energy from, their child, and it's causing an imbalance in the connection that sometimes happens. Or for some of you, there was like a third party of an intimate nature, and this can represent the fact that that person was taking energy from your connection. So take that how that resonates. But your person is recognizing that they weren't being fair to you, that their energy was going elsewhere. So your person wanting to be more generous with you, wanting to pour more into you the way that they weren't in the past. I'm going to further clarify this reading with my own love oracle, my Andromeda Sky Silent Heart Love Oracle. If you would like one of these for yourself, you can find it in my Etsy store, and I'll have that link down below in the description. Okay, we have... I wish I could fix things between us. So wanting to mend the connection, wanting this healing to take place. I feel like I can be my true self around you. So your person feeling like they can take off the mask, they can just be their authentic self. They don't have to pretend around you. We have betrayal. Okay, so this energy here, leaving you feeling betrayed and neglected. And they recognize that. They know that that's how they made you feel. And then we have silent treatment, so a lack of communication. I'm going to further clarify this reading with my original love oracle, and you can also find this in my Etsy store. I find you incredibly attractive. And what I'm seeing here is your person might wonder if maybe you feel the same. We have jealous and possessive. Okay, this person might be very concerned about you moving on, not wanting to see you with other people. You make me want to be a better person. Okay, so something happened in this connection where your person feels like they have to change. They feel like they haven't been the person that you deserve. I want to work things out. So this person definitely wants to put more effort into the connection. They're wanting to pour more into you with the Six of Cups here. Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles. This card can sometimes represent someone who's wanting to be very generous with you and to like give you things. So your person might actually have something that they're wanting to give to you. Okay, they might have purchased you a gift or something and they've been holding on to it and they want to share it with you. But that it's like an energy of wining and dining, taking you out, doing nice things with you, spending more quality time with you, spoiling you. Okay, so I'm seeing an energy of this person might feel like they didn't spoil you enough. And now they're wanting an opportunity to give more and do more in the connection. All right, group number 3, these are all of the energies that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. Consider leaving me a comment down below. I do appreciate that. And I will see you next time.